Good evening students, welcome to basic electrical lectures, and we are doing model 3 single phase transformer topic, and it is class number 6. So in this lecture we are going to learn the basics required to solve problems on EMF equations. Okay, we can start. See, to solve problems on EMF equation of transformer, we must know very important concept, that is called transformation ratio. So that I will write here, transformation ratio. Transformation ratio. See, it is denoted by letter K. It is denoted by letter K. So we have following transformer ratio, transformation ratio. For example, one is voltage to turns ratio. Voltage to turns ratio. Okay, that is also denoted by K. See, we know that EMF induced in primary winding, EMF equation of transformer for primary, E is equal to 4.44 F pi m N1. Take this equation number 1. Next, EMF induced in secondary is 4.44 F pi m N2. Now divide equation 2 divided by equation 1. If I do that, then we can write E2 by E1 is equal to 4.44 F pi m N2 divided by 4.44 F pi m N1. So this and this will get cancelled. What is left? We got voltage ratio E2 by E1, and which is same as N2 by N1. N2 by N1 is turns ratio and E2 by E1 is induced voltage ratio. See, both are denoted by K. Okay, this is the first concept you must remember while solving problems on EMF equation of transformer. So second one is voltage to current ratio. Voltage to current ratio. Voltage to current ratio. See, in transformer, the primary power and secondary power will be same. So we can write what is primary power P1 and secondary power P2. Both will be same. So we can write what is primary power, primary voltage into primary current, and what is secondary power, secondary terminal voltage into secondary current. V1 I1 equals to V2 into I2. So from this we can write V2 by V1 is equal to I1 by I2, which is also nothing but transformation ratio K, which is also called transformation ratio. See, in transformer, the voltage and current ratios are always inversely proportional. See, if the primary current is very high, okay, then primary voltage will be very less. Current and voltage are inversely proportional in transformer. See, now third one is overall ratio. This is very much important for problems. Overall transformation ratio. Overall transformation ratio, that is K. So we can write from voltage to turns ratio, we got E2 by E1 is equal to N2 by N1 is equal to V2 divided by V1 and is equal to I1 by I2. What is this? All is called transformation ratio. We can find the value of K either by induced voltage quantity, either by turns ratios. By giving the turns data, we can find the transformation ratio, and we can find by using V2 by V1, terminal voltage of secondary divided by primary applied voltage. From that ratio also we can find K value, and similarly primary current to the secondary current is also called transformation ratio. See, in every problem they will give, okay, transformation ratio data directly or indirectly. Okay, in this totally 4 ratios are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. In this 100% they will give any one of the data completely. So based on that we can find other things by knowing the value of k. So we can solve problems by knowing this one equation. Compulsory you must know this equation for solving problems on EMF equation. So next is types of transformers based on transformation ratio. So types of transformers based on transformation ratio. Based on construction we have core and shell type. So now I am discussing based on transformation ratio. What are the transformers we have? See, when k value is more than 1, if we get a transformation ratio value k more than 1, then the transformer is called step up transformer. Then the transformer is called step up transformer. See, what is the condition to get k value more than 1? So we need to get E2 value more than E1, comma, N2 value should be more than N1, and V2 value should be more than V1. Okay, V2 should be more than V1, and I1 should be more than I2. Okay, by satisfying these conditions, we can predict k value more than 1. If we got k value more than 1, then you can say transformer is step up transformer. Step up means secondary voltage will be more than primary voltage. That is called step up transformer. So next, similarly, when k is less than 1, when you got k value lesser than 1, then the transformer is called what? Very good. Step down transformer. Then the transformer we can call it as step down transformer. In order to get k value less than 1, what we should do? Numerator should be lesser than denominator. Then we can get k value lesser than 1. So therefore, the conditions are E2 should be lesser than E1, V2 should be lesser than V1, and N2 should be lesser than N1, and finally the primary current should be lesser than secondary current. So if these conditions are satisfied, then we can predict k value lesser than 1. If that happens, then the transformer is called step down transformer. Step down transformer means secondary voltage is lesser than primary voltage. Next, another case, when k is equal to 1, then the transformer is called ideal transformer or isolation transformer or 1:1 transformer. Ideal transformer, isolation transformer or 1:1 transformer. So that is when k value equals to 1. In order to get k value 1, what should be the condition? Numerator and denominator both should be same. If it is this 100 volts, this also should be 100. 100 by 100 is what? 1. So therefore the conditions are E2 equals to E1, V2 equals to V1, I1 equals to I2, and finally N1 equals to N2. Otherwise N2 equals to N1. Both are same. Okay, got it? So these are the types of transformer based on transformation ratio. Okay. See, for every problem you must remember this one equation. Whenever you are solving problem on EMF equation, starting only you write this all 4 ratios, okay, at one side. Then you see the data given in the question so that you can easily complete the problem. This formula and then these 2 equations EMF equation of transformer 4.44 F pi m N1 and 4.44 F pi m N2. This and this, if you know, you can get full marks in EMF equation of transformer. Only you should take care about understanding the question given, okay, in the paper. See, next, along with this, next topic is one more basic is required to solve problems on EMF equation. So guys, please pause the video and then copy down whatever I explained. So next one is rated currents in a transformer. This is most commonly asked in all EMF equation problems. So concept number 3, rated current in a transformer. Rated current in transformers. See, in transformers, the rated currents of a transformers are nothing but that the maximum allowable current that winding can withstand. That is called rated current. Or otherwise, if the winding crosses beyond the rated current, then the transformer winding will get damaged. See, rated means we should not go beyond that current. That is a maximum allowable current so that the winding can withstand. That is called rated current. So in transformer, we have two windings, primary winding and secondary winding. So rated primary current, we have two types of rated currents. Rated primary current, rated primary current. So that is given as, we know that power is equal to V1 I1. Primary power is V1 I1. So from this we can write rated primary current is I1 is equal to P divided by V1 or P1 by V1. This is rated primary current. Next, another one is rated secondary current. The rated secondary currents. So for that also we can write, see, in transformer primary power and secondary power both will be same. So since first year is concerned, but in advanced topic it is not same, but there is almost equal but not exactly equal. So P2 equals to V2 into I2. Now secondary rated current is P2 divided by V2. So this is secondary rated current. Now consider P1 and P2 both are equal. Simply write power. In transformer, they will give the power in kilovolt ampere rating. In kVA they will specify. All the transformer ratings are specified in kilovolt ampere. That is called power value. Okay. So in general we can write I1 is equal to power by V1, and similarly I2 equals to power by V2. These are rated primary current and secondary currents. Okay. If you know all this, 100% you will get full marks on problems on EMF equation. Okay guys, so in the next lecture, so I will do more problems on EMF equation. Okay, so we can meet in next lecture. So that is, next topic is problems on EMF equation. By knowing all this, other things are there that we will do it in the problem itself. Okay, that is still more basics. You must know the definition of flux density. What do you mean by flux density? Define flux density. The number of flux passing through each unit area is called flux density. Such basics is also required while solving problems on EMF equation. That I will cover in that next video. That is class number 7, problems on EMF equation of transformer. See, in next lecture, the EMF equation problems, I am going to cover all examination problems asked in one single video. Okay, so guys, ನನ್ನ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದೇ ಥರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ I was unable to do the video for 9 to 10 days. So again I am now onwards, so I will upload videos continuously. So I will try my best to upload module 3 and module 4 lectures before the exam, before last working day. So I will try my best. So your support is so much needed for me. So one like kodi, subscribe ಮಾಡಿ and share ಮಾಡಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೇಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಿಗಷ್ಟೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರೋ, ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೊ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಮಚ್ ಮೋರ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ವೆರಿ ಅದೇನೋ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. If you support much, I will do next time also videos on basic electronics. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಬಾಯ್ ಬಾಯ್, ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್. ಸಿಗೋಣ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಎಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್.